at City Hall. Roll call, Sean,
I'm here.
Alicia,
Here.
Mark.
Here.
Brad.
Here.
Clay's here. Alicia, Ashley,
Here.
Steve,
Here.
Larry,
Here.
Brad, and we have 6 people in the audience. This time we'll stand for the invocation by Alicia and the pledge by Sean.
Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for this day that you've given each and every one of us here, Lord. I just thank you for all the blessings and watching over us, Lord. We just thank you and praise you. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. All right, item number 3, do we have any additions to deletions or corrections to the agenda? Seeing none, we'll go to item number 4, discuss and or approve the following meeting minutes. May the 6th, 2025, regular meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Brad,
Second.
second by Sean. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. May 20th, 2025, regular meeting minutes.
I make the motion to approve it.
Motion by Sean,
Second.
seconded by Alicia. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, report of officers, city manager, Mr. Tibbs.
Our citywide GIS mapping project is underway. We have scheduled, I think on June 16th to have a progress meeting. It's moving along. So, like I said, hopefully we'll have that database put together pretty soon here. So what it allows you to do is you'll have on a laptop, you'll be able to do locates out there, like the address. You can see what sewer's there, what water's there, what, anything else, that electric, that kind of thing. So that's, like I said, that's what they're working on. Our project over in the marina, like I said, a while ago, we had James from the Granger Group, which was, I guess, a designer, sit down with the building official, talk about starting the project. I got a call today from another contractor that I guess is going to start working on drainage and stuff and things like that. So I'll call him back tomorrow and try to put him in contact with the county building official to start talking about that process. The big challenge that goes with broadband and all that program, it's still in flux. The administration is supposed to be issuing new guidelines and starting the program, so everybody's kind of waiting on that to come out. And hopefully they'll take some of the, currently there's a lot of compliance issues to comply with that speed program, and several people that attending monthly meetings are hoping that when they release the new guidelines, they're going to take a lot of that compliance things out of there. So we're waiting to hear on that. So, and then the last we heard from the Xfinity is that their project for is still supposed to be, they're pulling permits now, still supposed to be finished in the fourth quarter. That's what they call it, or maybe the so I think that's it. If I have your big ring.
Okay, see anybody got anything for Larry? Okay, thank you, Larry. City attorney?
On code enforcement, the judge had contacted me because he had a long list of open cases. But I told him, I believe this is true, that any case on the list would be the county's code enforcement because we weren't going through the clerk's office for our enforcement. We use our clerk for enforcement. I just wanted to cross-check that just to make sure. I know we have like the restaurant case we need to follow up on, and we have what's their name? Adam's case we need, but those were all internal to the city, so I had let the judge's office know that any case on that list is the counties, not us. Because they had like 20 or 30 old cases. So if that is not true, we'll figure it out, but I'm pretty sure I'm 100%.
But we do have ours with the magistrate, right?
Ours will be now with the magistrate, but the judge was the new judge is trying to
Clear
clean
them
up his all the old dockets that was left for him, so to speak, what he inherited. And I got like this list and I was like, holy cow. But then I was thinking, I'm like, no, we don't use we never use the Glades County clerk. We always use our clerk. So anything they have in their system there is a county ordinance. I mean, a county code enforcement case. So, but I was just making sure, but
And just send me the list.
I'll send you the
I'll
list,
see if
but
any of ours are on
I'm
there.
I think I'm pretty sure on that. So,
Okay.
and then other than whatever you're doing, Colleen, whenever you're ready, we're good to go. And we'll probably coordinate with the county because they have some that they need to handle. That's all I have.
And we are, and like I said, so we've got two that are going to the magistrate.
Well, we have two that are in process. I haven't sent them yet because they're working their way via code enforcement. But as soon as when she sends them to me, then I'll go ahead and,
So how long after she writes it, does it go to the magistrate?
depends if there's compliance or not. Now,
We give them a time to comply, so.
Right.
Like I said, if they don't meet if they haven't, made any progress, getting the thing in compliance, then, like I said, then she'll forward it to the attorney to try to get a schedule for the magistrate to get a little tougher with them.
So-
Give them
But is it a warning and then so it's a verbal, then a written, and then just like,
Couple of, verbal usually warning and then different types of notices to them as well for the time frame.
is it a 6 month, year?
No, not that long.
Okay.
No.
it also depends on the severity of the
Right.
offense and whether or not they're repeat offenders. So the two that I mentioned would be repeat offenders. But I defer to Colleen. When she's ready, she sends it to me. And then when I get it, that's when I set it for the hearing. So it's usually handled internally until it's sent to me. So I really don't have but when I saw the list, it jogged my memory as far as what the court had sent inquiring. So
And no, we're paying the magistrate on it.
hourly.
So we're
When
not
we
paying
use
him
it.
if we're not using him. Okay.
Correct.
Righty. Does anybody got anything for Steve?
And what the judge did is the judge dedicated the time the slot that he normally would use monthly for code enforcement for us when we need to use it. So, which I think is like a Monday, 1 or 1:30, a certain Monday of the month.
Okay. Anybody got anything for Steve? Y'all good? All right. Thank you, Steve. Madam Clerk,
I don't have anything.
anybody have anything for Ashley?
Did you, locate any two-sided Florida Avenue or Florida Street signs yet?
Not yet. Everything's one-sided that I have found. I've got to call one of the other street sign places that might have them. The other thing I've been looking for is like the brackets that hold two signs so we can put two back to back. But all the ones that I've looked at so far are all one-sided. Me and Colleen looked at them together too.
So we've got two businesses over there that are both asking for some signage, if you can.
Well, we can possibly put up a one-sided one for now, at least to have something.
Yeah, because one of them, on the back, they're not gonna see anything on that curve anyway. So that'll work over there on the curve.
Okay.
You can help them out, I'm sure we'll appreciate it.
It's just Florida Avenue, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They requested.
Okay.
I have a question for Ashley. Any information about that training that I did? I sent over to you.
I have these two different things.
Okay.
One is online orientation it's a $99 course that you go online and take. It's for newly elected officials.
Mhm.
And then there's another one, the Institute for Elected Municipal Officials. And it's, I didn't see a date on this paper that Larry found this one for me, but it's where you go in person. It's $325 plus hotel.
It's a 2 day,
2 day.
2 day.
It didn't have any dates on it, but I do see an itinerary for it that you attached. That's the different ones that Larry had found for that.
Those are put by the Florida League of Cities.
That one is,
Both those are
Mhm.
sponsored by the Florida League of Cities.
I had a feeling you would ask, so I brought him back here with me, so whenever everybody might have asked about it. I showed Clay it already. Are we waiting on you? Okay.
So what do we need to do? Everybody stand up, let's run around, let's block, do jumping jacks. I mean, what's going on?
I'll just see him with the
Brad?
agenda.
Are y'all through with Larry?
Well, you,
I mean-
we identified this last time, you said to come back with.
Yeah, with cost stuff.
Cost, you know, are you, you know, I guess it's up to the council, are you gonna approve going to that trade? Do you have the money?
There's not anything been allocated in the budget for it as of right now. And I know since I've been here, nobody's went to it, but I don't know if it's ever been a thing before. So that would be y'all's decision.
To me, the online orientation one would make the most sense for everybody
Yeah,
to go ahead and do. So it'd be $500. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it, but it's not going to hurt. Then maybe you could look at some sort of program where you rotate who gets to go, so on and so forth, and then budget it, because that'll be a little bit more expensive and then an ongoing type of expense. So
that's kind of my theory. Let's all take the $99 one and then now we know we can budget for it next year.
like, for instance, what I do typically, I'm not going to it this year, so you're off the hook for the hotel, but
Not Vegas this year.
yeah, no, unfortunately, no.
Of course, it doesn't want to.
Yeah, right. That's actually in a good place. No, I know. The Florida Municipal Attorneys Association has their annual conference and always in July. I always order the materials to keep up with it, but like I said, this year I just ordered materials and I'm not going to the conference itself. So, and I don't really need my CLE hours. So I just do it on my own kind of thing. So,
Larry, this one's the one that was in August, right? That you looked
I
at.
think so.
Okay, because I just had to look back at the dates that she had sent me. That is the one that the
the training's
$300.
online. Is it gonna be a live person that we can just gonna talk to, or we have to just?
it's probably a video
Probably
Tape.
pre-recorded.
that's pre-recorded typically. I mean, like when I go online and I do seminars, sometimes they're live, sometimes they're videotaped, or you could buy the materials and I could watch it at my leisure. So probably something like this is videotaped, I'm thinking, because it's fairly standard. It looks like the
Mhm.
topics are, whereas this conference would obviously be live. So.
There's a course we all have to take.
And that's.
4 hours.
Yeah.
It's an ethics course. You'll learn a lot.
That's done.
Yeah, she already did that.
Oh, yeah.
But just for right now, if you want to get your feet wet, obviously the online's the quickest and easiest way to get your feet wet, and then whatever they want to do as far as ongoing training, then that's y'all's prerogative, so. League of Cities does come out with, throughout the year though, different conferences. So that's not like you missed the one in August, there's not gonna be another one till August. So they have continuing conferences going. I just don't know how often.
Make a motion to approve the $99 online course for anyone who wants to take it. And to budget for one of us to go next year
being Sean has asked to go first.
Oh, thank you.
Motion by Alicia, seconded by Brad to approve council attending
Online.
the online $99
Orientation.
orientation. I'm looking for a word there, though. We're not making it mandatory that each councilman take it, but
No, at their
Yes.
option.
at their option. Any questions? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Does anybody got anything else for Ashley? All right, Mr. Simmons, you're up.
We have a whole lot. Y'all asked about free seal of the docks, so the board of docks, so we started that last week. We got about halfway done with the weather and book reading and all that stuff. These folks out there. Get back us so we can. Bell, ULCS will be, we got them scheduled to be here, Thursday and Friday. We'll wire to the new school with the new underground wire to the bus line. They did set transformer on the pad last week and all, so that should be. We did wire pulled in and terminated. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot of business as usual. I meter readings, so we're a little behind on mowing and stuff like that.
Okay. Anybody got anything for Brad? Okay. Brad, everything coming out good with our other little problem?
Things been ordered, that need to be ordered. Exception of 2 blowers that.
Okay.
That's not gonna happen, you know what I mean?
I've been sending an updated list to your email.
Yeah.
Basically, like, so everything that was identified as a deficiency is either in progress. Some of them have been completed, for example, like the ball field lift station, we did get the panel in and the pump in there. So that's probably now,
And lead times will fit off.
yeah.
Order something, they'll tell you 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You get a flow meter, like I said, with the ship before June 30th,
Back over till June 30th for the.
just to get a flow meter.
That's 3, 4 different.
Like I said, we at least have them identified as in progress, so. we'll keep
Yeah.
Keep them updated.
All righty. Thank you, Brad. Anybody got anything for Brad? We're good? All right. Item 6, approval of the bills in the amount of $154,782.66.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alicia,
Second.
second by who? Brad?
Whichever.
Whoever.
Any questions? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. All right, citizen comment, general concerns, speakers are limited to 3 minutes. Y'all flip for today. I mean, do something, honey.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Sean, I got your name right this time, and Alicia for showing up for Chuck's 103rd birthday. The family really appreciated it.
It was very nice. I'm very glad we attended.
I
It was
was
awesome.
there too.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Is there good cake?
All right,
He said, was there good cake?
Good evening, name is Kenneth Bowers. Sorry. Good evening, name is Kenneth Bowers at 854 Thatcher Boulevard. Just coming up here this evening to check to see if anything has changed since the last 2 times that I've come and asked about the storage connexes or storage containers.
Kenny, it's not it's an ordinance says no.
Yes, sir.
So for right now, the answer is no.
It was walking up there. I wrote a note here. I've got to get with the new planner. We have probably 3 or 4 things it's in progress with it. We need a fence ordinance. We need I think we talked about the pre-rental inspections for rental property and this issue. So I'll make sure I get everything tomorrow and, see where he's at and see if we can't speed up
Okay.
these issues. But like I said, I've been kind of tight with other things, but I will certainly get with him tomorrow and see what.
Okay,
I don't want to waste Mr. Bauer's time anymore. Even if we change the ordinance, I don't feel like this board is gonna approve a shipping container. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure, but, so I just don't want to take your time.
I understand. It does sound pretty crazy to me though, just because of it's what it is.
I know you and I know that you will take care of it properly. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody on the board, looking at Montura and what they're doing with the shipping containers, I know you're just probably aware of that. I feel like that's kind of what some of us on the board might be worried about. If it was just you, I would say, I know Kenny's gonna take care of it and not build a condo out of a condo box. But like, that's probably, we let one, have to let everyone.
So
So-
for right rules, there is a possibility.
Let's see what the planner comes up with.
Yeah, that's something.
Cons of
Right.
changing this ordinance to see if,
yeah.
and in situations elsewhere, is there, what are the pros and cons of the change?
Right.
Maybe there are some.
If there's a way we can word it that it's
Protect us.
that and protect us, I don't think any of us would have a problem with it. But I think that my worry, maybe some others on the board, is that it might end up turning into a Montura situation. So,
Even with those pre-made sheds, people are building that too. So,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's ways around
Yeah,
everything, of
exactly.
course.
But
So
either way.
I just don't want you to think that we're gonna change it next week and that, you know what I'm saying? So,
Like to show up.
yes, sir.
The more concern that I do have is, as of right now, there's not a big problem with it, but with rainy season coming, it's gonna become a bigger issue, I believe. I believe last summer with the mowing on the ditch banks, they went a little bit too far down to where it's a little bit more sand than anything. And so now a lot of washouts starting to show up on the backside of my house. It's not bad, like I mentioned, it's just a concerning issue that I had seen. Maybe,
Now coming from the pool.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, the right side of it. But like I mentioned, nothing serious right now, I just concerned about it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Joe, you want to talk?
Oh, y'all done a good job.
Colleen? You want to say anything while you're back there?
The thing I can say is the semi-traffic that's been diverting through town, down Tobias, Sixth Street. So, it was a while back there, it was getting pretty heavy. There were a bunch of tickets, probably a few dozen, for failed to obey the traffic control device. And then they started changing the guardrail out by the health department there. And next thing you know, it was a detour going down Tobias again. So I started getting phone calls where they were out there, educating. So, I think I talked to Brad, it's, just try to, the sign there, 6th Street and 27th, for the no trucks, just try to push it a little bit closer to the, intersection.
Okay.
That way they have no excuse if they turn off 27 on 6th Street and say they didn't see a sign.
Okay. All right, item 8, mayor and council reports. Sean, go first.
Yes, sir. I'm still getting complaints about the yacht club. The gentleman out there, there's like 3 residents threatened to move because they feel like the way they're trying to say being hostile against them.
Okay. I think I can answer this without saying names. We have to be very careful with this one, but we don't have any jurisdiction over their board. Their board controls theirs. If they have an issue with somebody on their board, they need to deal with their board.
Okay.
We don't have nothing we can do about it.
Unless it's happening on city
City
time.
time. Now, that's a
Then
whole
that's
nother,
another
correct.
issue. That would be the
And
only issue
to-
that we would have to
Yes.
address.
And to get to that, we have to have proof.
Yes.
Right, and so that's kind of, I think we've all had the same complaint,
Yes.
and it's something that it definitely needs to be looked at, but we don't have proof. So,
I don't think these incidents are happening on the clock. If they are, we need proof and we need to address it,
yeah,
absolutely. but
immediately.
I don't believe that he's on the clock when these issues are occurring.
Next. Got nothing else? That's,
We have
that's,
nothing else.
sure, you don't, all right. Lisa,
I don't have anything.
how about you, Mark? You good?
He wouldn't like to
I'm with
stop.
you.
Y'all, I'm good.
All right.
I,
That's the first.
no, I got something at the house
Oh,
I need
here
to
we
get
go.
home to, so. Okay.
Oh, I do have one more thing.
Oh, of course.
I do. Hospital kids summer camps get ready to start June the 16th. I think I sent a letter here. Did you get it?
Just got it, I think, today or
Okay.
yesterday, one of the two.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay. Colleen, really, after, I need to see, there's something I need to make you aware of. And, that's about all I got for tonight. Discuss financial statement if needed. Item 10,
I make a motion.
motion by Sean, seconded by Brad. All in favor? Look. Is it? Cut that off.
Hold on.